Hi there everybody, this is Andy from Skilz4umedia and this is video number 1 of our collision detection series using circles within the HTML, JavaScript and CSS canvas. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and learned something new, but if you could please subscribe to the channel or even buy us a coffee on the below link, it really helps us out. Thank you. Why, hello everybody, welcome back to another Skilz4umedia tutorial to do with JavaScript, HTML and CSS, and today we're going to be doing collision detection between two circles within the HTML canvas, which you can use obviously for games and how characters can react with each other. So first of all, if you could please subscribe to the channel, I'll be most grateful. Even buy me a cup of coffee. Just remember there's lots of other tutorials on YouTube that you can also check out for some really great people who have some really good knowledge on JavaScript and HTML. Include yourself, Frank's Laboratory. There's also Poth Programming, also Chris DeLeon. So to actually carry out this tutorial, hopefully you've actually carried out the tutorial all about setting up a basic HTML, JavaScript and CSS canvas template for our games, and within that we've got 3 files that we've set up, one called GameStar, one called Game Test, one called Master File. So we've got the CSS, we've got the HTML, we've got JavaScript, just to go through those particular files. So we've got the CSS where we've got the bodies and it's in background color yellow. At the moment you can color it whatever you want. If you want it pink, orange, it's up to you, it's all good. I've got a game area or a game area div ID of 1280 by 640, and it's got a margin from the top. It's been centralized on the page, it's got no padding. And then we've got a canvas element which is 1280 wide and a height of 640 with no padding and no margin, which we've colored in black. And then we've got our HTML page, very basic, where we got our div ID of game area, and the canvas ID has been labeled called my canvas, and that's 1280 wide by 640 height. And of course we got our JavaScript file, which we've already stated the canvas height, the canvas width in our variables here. We've grabbed the canvas, and within this tutorial we're grabbing, you got an event listening to the mouse move. So it's listening to the mouse moving around. It's grabbing the mouse coordinates within the canvas element, and it's going to the game loop. And then we've got our game loop here. Clears the canvas, draws the canvas, updates the canvas, and then window request animation frame. All that's doing is just going around that game loop over and over. And at the moment we've got an update function, which is blank, nothing in there at the moment. And we've got a draw function, which we've actually created a draw text function, which puts the X and Y coordinates of the mouse on the screen, grabbing this variable here using a temporal literal. And then at the bottom here, we've also got a draw text function, which links in within our draw function. So at the moment, hopefully we've got a blank screen such as this, and you can see down the bottom there that your mouse and X coordinate, mouse X and your mouse Y coordinates are showing on the screen. And if you right click on your screen, you can click inspect and it'll bring up this panel on the right hand side. If you click, I'm using, by the way, my browser of choice for today is Chrome. They do not sponsor me, but Google, please feel free to place some dinero my direction, that'd be great. Okay, so what I want to do is look in console log, so if there is an error, any errors we're going to see in there. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to set up 2 circles on the screen. So how do we do that? We're going to, first of all, we're going to create a circle class. So first of all, I'm going to type in class. I'm going to put in capitals, circle, we're just going to call it object. Curly braces. Okay, so then we got the constructor. So this tutorial will probably be in 2 parts. Okay, so from here, do we want our X, we want our Y, we want a radius, and also we'd like a color. Okay, so I'm putting my color in there. Okay, so this is like a template, a blueprint for the circle. And we're going to pass parameters into that when we create a player object and just a normal object on its own. So this dot y equals y, this dot width, no, it's not width, radius. It's a circle. It's a circle. It's a circle. Equals radius. Equals radius. This dot color equals color. Since we could use this for a game, so you could go speed, because you might have speed on. I'm just going to put 10. This dot lives equals 3. This dot score equals 0. Okay, so I'm just chucking some stuff in there, chucking some variables, chucking some descriptions in there, which you could use in a game, because you might have 2 circles or multiple circles in an array falling down from the screen like rain, and you've actually got to collect them using your player object. Okay, so from here I'm just going to write note, end of constructor. Okay, so now I want a draw function. Okay, so from here, I'm going to grab some code which I created earlier. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just going to grab that. Just going to place it in there. Right, so from there, just go through each line in a minute. Okay, so to create, this is the canvas coding for creating a circle. So a couple of things I need to change in there. So it's going to be CTX fill style is going to be this color, like so. Begin path, this X, this Y, this radius. We probably don't want to keep on typing the word radius. It's too long. It's too long. So I'm just going to change that. Just going to change that to R, just for my own benefit. And that's it with the draw function, update function. Now we probably want to do this only for when we create the create the player end of update. Updating. There we go. End of update. I should do the same here. It's always good to write comments when you go back to these things at a later date. End of draw function. Okay, so from here, I'm actually going to type in here mouse, this X. This is only going to apply when we create a player object. So from here, we're going to go this X equals mouse X. This Y equals mouse Y, mouse.y. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to create and put those circles on the screen. Just going to put at the bottom there, end of circle object. Circle object. Let's tighten this up a little bit. Okay, so what we want to create is a player object and just a normal object on the screen. So I'm going to type in here, creating a variable, player equals new circle objects. We need to pass it an X and a Y. So first of all, it's going to be 100 from the left, 100 from the top, a radius of 50. Shall we make it yellow? Let's make it yellow. Let's go for yellow, shall we? Okay, so we've got hopefully a nice yellow circle, and then we're just going to call this object, and we're going to bring that canvas width divided. So we're going to place that halfway on the halfway across on the x-axis, and then halfway up on the screen, divide by 2. So it's canvas width. So our x is we're going to place it halfway across the canvas from the left and halfway from the top. And it's going to have a radius of 50. Now we need to, so let's just go back to our browser, clicking refresh, no errors. So we've done something right, which is always good. Right, so I need to place these on the canvas. So I'm going to go to my draw function. As you can see, it says draw function there. And I'm going to place the player on the screen. So I'm going to put player.draw. So from that circle object, I'm grabbing that function that's telling it to draw. And I'm going to do the same thing with the object. .draw. And hopefully, when we go to our browser, okay, probably want to red. Let's make it red. Let's make the object red, and let's make that one a little bit bigger. 100. Big circle, small circle. Big circle, small circle. This reminds me of the night clubbing days back in the day. Okay, so what I want now is for my player object to move around where the mouse X and mouse Y is. So how do we do that? Already in, I'm just going to get rid of that code down the bottom there. Okay, so you can see in the update function, I've already got this X, this Y equals mouse X, mouse Y. So what I need to do is grab that update function, use that for the player function there, update. And as you can see, I have the yellow circle moving around. How cool is that? Okay, so what I'm going to do, so the next part of the phase, or the next video we're going to do is we're going to hit, and when it hits, we're going to show a hit. A message will either appear on the screen down the bottom here, or we have it console logging over here. So I think that's going to be the end of part 1. Now, hopefully you've enjoyed that tutorial. So first of all, you use the game template that we had set up in the previous video. And what we've created this circle class, this blueprint of a circle. Okay, so we've got our constructor there. We've got the parameters, the X, Y, and the R, which we're going to feed into there. I've added speed, lives, etc. If we weren't using the mouse down, we could use keyboard inputs and we could use that speed. Draws on the canvas in the draw function here, the update function just for the player. Probably could use a prototype, but on this bare bones tutorial, we're just going to use this X and this Y of the mouse, and then we've created these two objects from that class down the bottom here, placing the player at 100 by 100 originally on the screen, and the player is yellow and the circle is red. Now, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Hopefully you learned something new. Please subscribe to the channel, or even buy me a coffee. Thank you very much for watching. Again, check out other people's tutorials online as well. It does take a lot of hard work for people to create these tutorials for you, to help you out. I hope you learned something new, and I shall catch you on video number 2. See you later, guys.